30 days is good payment terms, 60 days exists, 45 days is better than 60. I'll be trying to negotiate 30 if you can. Hello, and welcome to the Subcontractor's Toolkit. We're talking about pre-contract cash flow. Let's jump in. Pre-contract, the moment where you've won the tender, you may have received the contract or you're gearing up to receive it. The first thing to do is to get your cash flow forecast and model out the job. Your cash flow template, your forecast should be a working document. Copy paste the tab. Here's what happens in this scenario. Here's what happens in this scenario. You should be able to see pretty quickly, oh, I want this scenario. And then that's what you go for. Ricky has a free template that he's put together for you guys. You can get the link down below in the bio. What are the different things at pre-contract that you might want to negotiate? Payment terms in terms of like 30 days, 60 days, etc. Retention. So what percentage is retention and when is it paid out? Vesting. What is vesting? Vesting is basically getting payment for materials before it hits site. So it's frequently used for certain types of materials. You probably know if this is a thing for your type of subcontract company. Commonly, if you're an MEP company, you've got big plant that has to go in, facades, and if you're fabricating things like steelwork, how you go about this. Know what you need to negotiate on and what's not such a big deal for you. Each company, each situation could be slightly different. Think about what you bring to the negotiation table. In negotiation, there's usually something you have to offer, right? So is it that there's a section of work that you're not too keen on doing and they want to include it in your package? Maybe you can agree to do that if they agree to make the retention 3% instead of 5%. Or they agree to bring the payment terms down to 30 days instead of 60 days. Quick thoughts on what's standard and what's not. 30 days is good payment terms, 60 days exists, 45 days is better than 60. I'll be trying to negotiate 30 if you can. Some people are not going to budge and you're going to have long payment terms. If they're insisting on something like 60-day payment terms, I would then be looking at, well, can you do anything on the retention? For example, retention standard is 5%, half paid out at practical completion, and then half paid out usually 12 months later. Depends on the length of the defects liability period. If that is 24 months, then it's paid out at 24 months. Often 5% is your profit. OH&P is 25%, but if your overheads are 20%, then your profit is 5%. And if that's your profit margin, half of it's being held for 2 years, that's obviously going to impact your cash flow. With vesting, a common way to approach it is a percentage of supply and install. They might agree to pay you 40% of it up front, for example. Ultimately, you do need to be quite connected to what's happening with cash flow because it is the lifeblood of your project and your company. We're always keen to hear from you in the comments. Drop us a question. We will respond. We want subcontractors to be more commercially switched on. Give us a like or subscribe. Massively helps us get the message out there, and we'll see you next time.